Hello, my loves, and welcome back to this week's episode of I Think I Need Therapy. I hope you guys had such an amazing week. I'm so grateful to be talking to you guys again this week. I have had some big things happen this week, and some big life updates, some big news that I received. And as I was reflecting on it the past few days, I've come to realize that these accomplishments, these things that I just have achieved, I'm super proud of myself for, and I'm super excited about. But in the past, there are things that I probably would not, look at as big and would not celebrate myself for. I would just be like, okay, yes, this happened, not good enough. Like, I have to have something bigger. Like, it has to be bigger. Like, I'm not there yet type of mindset. And I know I've talked about my previous mindset a lot, and if you're new here, I used to be a huge perfectionist, and I always thought that I was never doing good enough, and everything I was doing, it had to be more, it had to be bigger, it had to be this huge extreme, and I pushed myself to my breaking point, and I've come very far from that, and I've learned a lot from that. So that's going to be the topic of today's episode. And as for those little life update things, I got accepted into a grad program. I will be graduating this spring, so I've been applying to so many places. I think I've applied to like 6 different schools so far, and I've only been hearing back from a few of them, but this one I heard back from very fast. We had an interview like super quick, and the day after the interview I heard back from them and they accepted me into their program. And so I am so fucking excited. Like, it makes me so happy, and it is such a great opportunity for me. The program is amazing, and yeah, it is just so exciting. So that was a huge thing, and it's also just like a weight lifted off my chest, because this is like my top program, my top choice, and I got into it so fast, and I honestly think I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna decide within these next few days whether I'm going to or not, but right now it's like 98% sure that I'm going to be accepting and going there. Yeah, I'm just so proud of myself, because I have put in a lot of work with everything that I do, school-wise, club-wise, extracurriculars, all that kind of thing. I have put in a lot of work throughout these past years, so it's nice that it has paid off in some way to see it coming into fruition. My next big thing that I also have been working so hard for is in my sport. If you don't know me, I'm a track and field athlete, and it's my senior year. I encourage you to go listen to my episode from a few weeks ago about the reality of being an athlete, on injuries, coaching changes, and superstitions, because that one covers a lot of my history in the sport and what I've kind of gone through being a college athlete in these past few years. Because when I tell you, it was a rough time. It was a rough time. It was hard. It was so difficult. It was such a battle, such a struggle. I had been injured for the past like 3-4 years, and just have not gotten great training, and just lost a lot of the joy, a lot of the hope, and my mindset was all over the place. But this year, I finally got to a place where I feel strong, I feel healthy, I feel fit, I feel ready. And so 2 days ago, I PR'd for the first time in 5 years. 5 motherfucking years. I finally got to feel what it feels like to set a new best for myself and like jump a new height. Oh my god, I haven't done that in years, and this is a height that I thought I could get 5-6 years ago. I thought it was going to be an easy height for me back then. turns out it took me 5-6 years to finally get it. But yeah, it just filled me with so much happiness. Like, holy shit, it felt so fucking good, so good. I'm so happy that it happened. So grateful for my coach and everything, for getting me to this point. But with these things, with these accomplishments, with these big successes, getting into the school, setting a new PR, like I was saying, I in the past would not have really seen them as something to celebrate. I mean, like, yes, I would, but I wouldn't celebrate them. It would just be seen as a stepping stone to the next place and to the next goal and the next achievement. And anytime that I got to an achievement and got to that next step, I wouldn't feel success. I wouldn't feel accomplished yet. And it can drain you out. And it can make you lose a lot of hope, because when you're not stopping to appreciate each step of the way and each little moment in your life and each little achievement, it will feel like that end goal or the end mark or the finish line is so incredibly far away. And it's just like the process of getting there will feel so exhausting, and it's just like you're trekking through life and you're just like, oh, I'm just gotta get there. I just gotta get there, because it's just like this process where you're not letting yourself feel happiness, when you're not letting yourself feel all those good feelings throughout the whole way and throughout the process, because you think the only real way to feel happiness, the only real way to feel that fulfillment and that accomplishment and all those good feelings is to get the result and to get that external thing, to make that achievement, to hit that mark, to get that award, to get that approval, whatever it may be. You believe that that's the thing that will bring you happiness. But that is so false, because what true happiness and what true accomplishment comes from is what you choose. You can choose whether along the way each accomplishment, big or small, will make you happy. And like I was saying before, reflecting on my past, I came to achieve a lot of the things that I wanted to growing up. And for one, getting into the school that I'm at right now and being a Division I athlete, like, that was what I was working towards the most. And I achieved it. And also just like different national titles or things within my sport that I achieved and I had worked so hard to achieve, and that's what I wanted. Or getting the good grades, getting straight A's, getting all these awards and all this stuff in school. Like, that's what I worked for. That's what my life literally was. That's all that I wanted, was those things. And I achieved them. But every time I would achieve them, it was just kind of like a, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay, I got this. But it's not enough. Maybe I worked so hard to get this, but now I have to get, I don't know, into NASA. Like, I would never stop to appreciate what I was actually working towards and when I actually achieved it. Because, like, I literally achieved them, but once I achieved it, there was another goal that I made. There was another marker that I had to get to. There was a higher level that I had to get to. And even though I got to that point where before was that high level, now there was something more. There was something more I had to achieve. This wasn't good enough yet. Like, it had to be more. And I kept having to be more. And even if I got to maybe that next level, there was another level to get to. And there's more to achieve and blah, 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 blah. And nothing was ever satisfying. Nothing ever came to bring me fulfillment, to bring me happiness. And that's because I got trapped in this cycle of never feeling like anything was good enough and that I had to achieve these things in order to be happy. So if we're not celebrating where we currently are, if we're not celebrating and feeling that happiness of our achievements, then what is even the point of getting to those big goals? What is even the point to fulfilling our goals and fulfilling those achievements. What's the point if we're never going to be happy about it and appreciate those moments? What's the point of getting to these big goals if we're not going to stop and actually feel accomplished when they do happen? Because the whole reason we want these things is so we can feel those good feelings. Like, that's the whole point of it. But when we feel like we're not doing enough and it's not enough yet and there's still more and more and more and more, you're never going to be able to get to the point of feeling those feelings and feeling all of these so happy, amazing feelings, because you have the choice to just stop and be like, yes, I'm going to achieve these bigger things. I'm gonna get to my big goals. I'm gonna get to this next higher level, and I'm gonna keep growing and achieving more. But I've already achieved so much. I've already accomplished so much, and I've gone so far, and I've put in a lot of work. Believe that you deserve the success, because oftentimes we can get trapped. We're like, we feel this imposter syndrome. If any of you know who Alona Miller is, I totally butchered her name. She's a USA rugby player. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She was a Sports Illustrated model. There are so many other things. She's an influencer, body positivity activist, all of that kind of stuff. She's incredible. And I think she did an interview with like CNN or something like that I saw the other day. The interviewer was asking her if she has imposter syndrome and if she struggles with imposter syndrome, and she was like, no, like she does not at all, because she's worked for her success. She's worked so hard to get to where she is today, and she knows that she deserves her success. She knows that she deserves everything that she's gotten in life because she's put in the work, and she knows and believes that she deserves everything she has. And a lot of times people will be like, oh my God, like, you're so self-absorbed. But that's not self-absorbed at all. That isn't selfish of her. She does deserve all of that. And you deserve all of your success. You deserve all of your accomplishments, big or small. You deserve them, because you've worked for what you have earned. You earned everything you have in life. Whether you notice it, whether you believe it or not, you are deserving of all of the things, all of the accomplishments, all of the success, all of the great things in your life. You deserve all of it. Take a moment to feel proud of yourself and feel accomplished, because you have gotten this far in your life already. You have gotten to this point in your life because of you. You have gotten yourself here. And that is amazing. Be so proud of yourself for that. Celebrate yourself for where you are today and what you have gotten through and what you have done in your life. Because even if you don't think you've done anything, you have. You have. You've lived. Every single day you accomplish things. Every single day you make decisions, and every single day you survive and get to the next day, and that is an accomplishment within itself. So it's so important to stop and just take a moment to appreciate yourself and appreciate all that you've done in your life and feel proud. Feel proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Literally go out, get yourself a fucking cake, light the candle, pop the champagne, and celebrate yourself, because you deserve to, and you deserve to be proud of yourself. Celebrating each of my small accomplishments along the way in different journeys within my life has really helped me to get through to where I am today, where I feel fulfilled and I have happiness. Because throughout my eating disorder, if you didn't know, I had an eating disorder, and throughout my recovery of that, I kind of felt like I wasn't really getting anywhere, and was like not noticing my progress. Because in eating disorders, progress pretty slowly, and then you have to make very small steps along the way. Very small steps, one at a time. And it's not very linear. It goes forward and back and forward and back. Like, it's very up and down. And so it was hard for me to see that I was progressing and I was healing and was recovering. And I remember one appointment with my dietitian, I think it was, or my therapist, or one of them. They told me how proud they were of me for the things that I had accomplished. And they got me to look back and recognize that I had come really far and that I had, recovered a lot and made some really big steps. But I didn't see that yet because I didn't think that I had gotten to a point where, I was fully had food freedom and, fully loving of my body and accepting of my body. And so I didn't think that I had really accomplished anything when they told me that, no, I had done so much and I hadn't put in so much work and honestly had accomplished so much. And it was just even the little things of I made my own breakfast one day, or I decided to have a glass of juice with my meal one day, or a glass of milk. That was a big accomplishment, and that is something that I started to celebrate myself for, those little steps. And it really helped me to keep going throughout the recovery process because obviously it got fucking hard. So just noticing oh my gosh, today I actually made all of my meals and ate all of them. Or today I decided to have a dessert after my meal without any guilt and did it freely. All of those little things were such actual big steps and things that I started to celebrate myself for and notice and be proud of myself for. And it kept me going. It kept me motivated to achieve more and to keep going and take more steps towards recovery. And the same goes for being injured. It can be awful as an athlete to be injured, but when I noticed okay, I can walk today without pain, or it feels actually a lot better today than it did last week or last month. Noticing those little things can help you to keep going and not lose sight of what you're really trying to get towards and not lose sight of what is yet to come, because like I said, the end goal can always seem so far away when you're stuck in this place where you're not really noticing any progress. And so when I took the time to just be realistic and notice where I'm at in life and the fact that I was injured, it was okay, being able to walk without a boot one day and not have any pain was a huge success. Being able to jog for more than 1 minute or 3 minutes was a huge success. Being able to just do my warm-up and get through it without pain was a huge success. And for me at that time, that's what I needed to realize. And sometimes we get these setbacks that do happen, and then we still are stuck in this mindset of what the healthier version of us, or what us in the past thought we could achieve, and what that goal was. So what I mean, for example, is before I was injured, I thought I was going to hit a PR, right? In college, I was yes, this year I'm going to PR. Then I get injured. And then it's well, okay, I can't even jump. So now my goals need to take a step back, and my goals need to change to what my life is right now. And so realistically, the goals had to change to this year, I want to be able to jump, period. I just need to be able to get through a practice and do my sport without feeling pain. And then after that, once I got to that point, I can go back to my goals of PRing, which I achieved. But obviously, having that long of a time, having 5 years to get to here, is really hard. And it's easy to lose motivation. It's easy to lose sight of what you're really working towards, because it's hard to see that any progress is being made. It's hard to see that any result will ever come. What did help me is to just notice, like, okay, consistently jumping this height is a success, and I can be excited about that. Doing good and feeling good in the weight room is a success, and I'm proud of myself for showing up every single day and putting in the work and still going after what I dream of. Because you just have to look at the small wins. You have to look at every single step as something to celebrate, or else you'll crumble. You'll literally crumble, because this world can get full of negativity, and your viewpoint can easily go to a bad space and a bad place. So by seeking out these small little things within every single day, these wins and these accomplishments and these things to be proud of yourself for, will help you to stay on top, to stay on your feet, and to keep going, and to not lose sight of the greatness in this life, and to not lose sight of where you're going. So if you don't journal, I encourage you to journal. If you do journal, I encourage you all to add a little prompt into your journal this week on what your daily wins were. And so this is a great thing to do right before bed, is to just write down 3 daily wins. So 3 things that you're proud of yourself for today, or 3 things that you accomplished that day. And this can literally be anything. And just start to celebrate yourself more. Start to celebrate yourself and be proud of yourself, and know that you deserve all of the greatness that you have in your life and that is to come in your life. You deserve it all. Don't hold back. Don't be scared of being self-absorbed and selfish. Like, sometimes you literally have to be. Sometimes you have to be. Okay? Know that I love you each and all so very much, and I thank you for listening to this. I thank you for being here with me today, for being alive, breathing, and living on this beautiful planet with me today. I hope you all have another amazing week. I will talk to you again next Tuesday. Bye, guys.